So I'm going to see if I can go through some cutscenes today, utilizing the Debug Mod and the FreeCam from Unreal Engine 4 console tool. Now sometimes I actually have to use my old saves in the game to access cutscenes because utilizing this method does sometimes cause the game to crash when I try to access certain cutscenes. So sometimes I'll actually have to use my saves. Okay, so I actually viewed the map for this because this is available in the map selection in the debug, but it's in engine cutscene as well. You don't actually get to see him, you only get to see his hands when this is happening.
This is a path linked to the future.
It's interesting.
The choices you make will affect the very course of the world.
So they actually show... You're viewing this in first person usually. You do see his hands, but in the cutscene, it shows your viewpoint looking at the two different paths, right? But I find it interesting that instead of just moving the camera, they actually moved the character's head as well. Oh, he disappeared. And here's Yoko. Actually, I'm surprised her eyes aren't closed. She's just like, she has her eyes open while she's curled up in this state. Oh, okay. I see what happened here. Yeah, when you actually see her, her eyes are closed when she appears. Let's see, where is our protagonist? Our protagonist has disappeared just for a moment. Oh.
Stay your hand now. The soul of that girl cannot be permitted to exist.
There's so much bloom in some of these scenes that it's hard to just really get a clear view of the character expressions.
Knowing only this, will you still take her hand?
Okay, so I have to disable the camera in order to do this. So we'll take her hand. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
I think it would have been nice. So, like I said, you only get to see this in first person usually. So you only get to see his hand, but it would have been nice to actually see them both standing, like in this perspective here.
Foolish soul. Do not forget that with a simple gesture, your decision has hastened the end of the world.
We can only pray that you return to the proper path, that you find your way again.
Okay, so here's the tunnel scene. Let me pause this. I'm wondering how much of the city that they modeled just for the scene. Not a lot, but let's go down here. In fact, I think this same area, a similar area is used when you're doing, there's like one quest, I don't think it's the Turbo, is it the Turbo Grandma quest? There's like 2 quests that you do in Vigits in Tokyo that have a Tokyo background for the battle scene. I'm actually kind of surprised they modeled this much because there's a lot you don't see. As I stated in a previous video, like I'm gonna combine a bunch of videos, either in a exploring map compilation or exploring cutscene compilation, but I did look at this without the cutscene, and I mentioned this is an actual tunnel that's this low in, I think this is Shinagawa, but yeah, it's a very, very low tunnel, so you'd have to like crouch down in order to walk into it. Oh, he's actually with the, oh my god, he's with the Funky Student. SMT5's version of the Funky Student. It's so weird, seeing these guys in cutscenes though, because, you know, they don't have any faces. They're not important. Oh, I didn't notice he was actually looking at his phone this whole time. Usually he's seen walking with a book. His face in a book, so I gotta wonder what he's looking at on the phone there. That's got his attention. That's where they end up introducing Dazai, I believe. See, and they actually show, because they kind of close up on the phone here, like the dude's recording on his phone because Dazai's a tuber, but you actually they have a video that you can find in the files that is the one that plays on this phone. He's our protagonist just watching them like, what the fuck are they doing now? Now, Yuzuru does come in here, like, shortly after they're in there, when they're exploring the tunnel. Let's see how far this tunnel goes. I did explore this. There is a map for it, so I loaded up the map itself and kind of went through it.
Yow! Sheesh! Ceiling's pretty low. Pretty dark in here, too.
Dazai, can you not
dangerous.
fucking read? This, like, they have a warning sign, like, right. Look at this shit. Well, this is for bikes, but, like, they have, like, it says how low it is here, so. See if I can get a close-up on that face. There we go. Oh, he's actually got his book out. Huh. He did not have his book out before. He was looking at a phone. When did he take the book out? Was he gonna... Why did he, like... Dude, you can't leave the book alone for, like, 1 second. Did he... I'm trying to think of the cutscene. Yeah, when they show the actual cutscene, do they show him looking at a phone when he's walking over here? And then the book disappears. Maybe the book's not usually there. That's weird. It's probably because, also, I don't quite remember. I'd have to look at the actual cutscene, but it's... With the way it's shot, it probably doesn't show the book. But the book might have been there because by default, I believe his model comes with a book. Or it's normally, I think it just normally tends to be included with the model. Or is in the files for the model, so maybe the book was just always there. But they don't show it in the cutscene. That's probably why it was there for a second and then disappeared. Yeah, the protagonist just barely fits in this tunnel. He's not very tall, but he has to crouch out just a teeny bit. So that means... I did say, based on materials that I've seen, I think he's like 5'6" or something like that. A design user are obviously a lot taller than him, so they have to crouch. Look how... I mean, Design's pretty tall, so he has to crouch down, like, a lot. And this dude's, like, really small. Why is this dude so small? I know so it's the thing. Whenever I was in Jizoji, like, even in-game, like, walking around, the protagonist seems a lot larger than the NPCs, so it seemed really weird. Okay, so the protagonist model is not be able... Oh, here he goes.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I like how Desai's friend just disappears. Where did he go? I guess the cutscene focuses on these two, so I guess the guy is just gone. Oh, there he is. There's the other student. Oh my god. Oh, look at this space. Holy shit. This space is amazing. Oh my god. Desai has enough emotion for, to make up for the lack of emotion that the protagonist has. Holy fucking shit. That is a face. You know, it's funny, compared to Desai, he, even in a situation like this, he really just doesn't... He's a little too chill for like, possibly, something that could possibly kill him. He's like, well, I'm gonna fucking die, oh well. This whole time, Yuzuru's gone. Yuzuru's model's gone. They don't show what happens to him during the tunnel collapse. When you encounter him at the train, though, he seems just as surprised to see the state of Dot as anyone else that ended up there. Way to check out more early game cutscenes here. This one is an in-engine cutscene, so that means I can use the camera on it. The protagonist first ends up in Dot. Okay. It would be nice if there was a way to reverse the cutscene so I can go back a little bit and, because sometimes when I play them, they go a little too fast after pausing. So let me see if Dazai is out here. Oh, there we go.
How can this be? A human walks among us.
Oh my god, what a face. Dazai makes the best faces. By the way, I just want to know, I pointed this out in, when I was exploring the first map in Dot, but I find it funny that they actually fully modeled the angel underneath its gowns and even added, like, they didn't have to do that. There are ways to just obscure the body and not have, like, model it, but, you know, they went the extra mile. There's so much, so many effects in post-processing, it's like hard to view facial details when I do this. And normally you'd be viewing this from far away.
This is no place for one such as you. I shall grant you sanctuary. Fortunate an angel of Bethel found you. Were it an agent of chaos in my stead, you may not be alive.
Let's see. Yeah, the fact that he just grabs Dazai like this and drags him away. No, we're gonna pause this. That's great. He's like, oh shit. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Wanted to mention I actually got a new version of Unreal Engine 4 Unlocker that doesn't crash as much when I tried to inject it into the game. So now this is a bit of an easier process to try and view the cutscenes and use the camera with them. A character in a always falling on their ass, it seems like a very common thing, usually in horror games. Like, as someone who's played Resident Evil, I've seen that so much. Usually that happens to female characters, though. Not a male protagonist, but he did the thing where he backs up and falls on his ass. Before getting attacked by monsters. And in comes Aogami. Let's see. He's supposed to manifest somewhere up here. Where is he at? Yeah, pause this for a second. Oh yeah, I can't see anything. Oh my god, it's so bright. There is a thing on this updated version of the tool here. Let me see if I can actually darken the scene. So, oh yeah, there is an Aogami there. 1 second. Okay, yeah, I can actually darken it. It might make it easier to see him. There's a lot of post-processing and effects in this game. I may have to view this cutscene again so I can view the scene, because I kind of missed where he first shows up in the sky. Because he shows up as like a little ball of lightning and then shoots down into the ground. Oh, that's really cool. Seeing him without his features and just like all the effects on him and his like Magatsui lines of the body. I mentioned this before in when I took screenshots of the Shinagawa station attack, which I will also view using this method, because I only took screenshots of it, but when Aogami is shown without his features, like either from far away or where he's in a, like where his body appears very dark and just the lines are visible, he looks pretty frightening. Wow, look at him. He's bright. Well, I have the... I do have the lights down, but... Yeah. Let me turn the back up a little bit. Okay, so yeah, without the light adjustment, the scene is extremely bright for some reason. I definitely need to turn that down. It's very bright. Do that. This model just slides in. So let me turn the lights back to normal. Why is he so bright? Okay, I have that turned out pretty low because for some reason it's everything's showing up just exploding with light. It's an interesting... I've noticed this in other cutscenes that they do, but they tend to put the characters in a completely different position instead of where you would expect. That happened in the lab too. where Koshimizu was facing a completely different direction than where Aogami was looking, and the same thing seems to be happening here. It's probably just because I believe when they show him, it's close up like this with the demons like disappearing, the ones that he managed to hit disappearing behind him. Makes for a pretty cool shot. So it's shot like this, but he's not actually standing in front of the protagonist, Aogami. Where you looking, buddy? Okay, so this is even funnier. Yeah, this is even funnier because he's not actually... Agami, where are you? That young man's over here, bro. He's still like frozen in terror.
Young man, if you wish to live, take my hand.
Amazing. There we go. Okay, they fixed it. That's a really cool shot there. Yeah, it's really nice to get... there are a lot of scenes between you and another character that are shown like... where it just shows the character performing an action where you're viewing them, and then it cuts back to like the main character reacting to it. But it's nice to actually see these scenes from this perspective. And I think I said that when I showed the route choosing scene as well, when you interact with Yoko and free her during the route selection, and actually seeing them standing together. So this is like really cool. Okay, I'm gonna brighten it up just a bit so it's not so dark. Just a little bit. It's a shame it's so blurry here. You have to get right up close to the characters in order to see the features. And here we have them turning into the Nahobino. I'm not sure if the Nahobino transformation cutscene is in engine or not. I guess I'll find out. Let's see if it will go to it. It might be a separate cutscene from this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this is definitely a video, unfortunately, so I cannot explore this with the camera. All I can do is maybe slow it down. So you can at least see, which I could do with a video player. I mean, I did actually show the tree that's in the background. That's an actually separate map that you can access via the debug, at least. Okay, let's see what's actually going on in this cloud. Is there a Nahobino body in here? Okay, not quite yet. Back it up just a little bit. On pause. Interesting, that's just the effect. It's because it's actually showing the scene here when the demons are getting zapped, so we don't see the Nahobino body just yet. Ah, there we go. Okay, I want to see him pull out the sword for the first time. Let's see if we can do that. See if we can do that in like slow-mo or something.
So the Nahobino make themselves known again after all this time.
Okay, yeah. I've always wanted to see how this works. It, like, pops out. It's supposed to be his fingers. Are his fingers, like, stretching into the sword? It, like, comes out... It looks like it comes out of his palm. Now, in the actual model, the swords... He's got one on both hands. It's a separate object. It's not, like... It's attached to the bones in his hand, but it's not actually supposed to be his fingers in the model itself. Okay, yeah. It just like, I thought maybe, because it kind of almost looks like it's his fingers. I mean, maybe it's assumed that it's his fingers stretching out into a sword, and that's why it's sometimes floppy, because it's actually made out of his fingers. But based on this animation, the sword comes out of the palm and just kind of overtakes his fingers as well.
Knowledge and life had remained separate until now. Perhaps the future is secured.
It's old Lucy's voice.
Light or dark, you may chase whatever you please. I shall await you in the realm beyond the earth and heavens. Until then, may your newfound power guide your survival.
Young man, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm gonna get real close here. Where does the camera... Let me see where the camera's focused.
You and I are now one. We have our form is based on my own appearance, but your knowledge seems to be the basis of our consciousness. I shall obey your will.
Oh, it puts his model like way back here. Hold on.
You may best fight.
I was trying to find the body. Interesting. It's interesting how they shoot these cutscenes. Okay, now they actually put it back. And yeah, you can actually use this camera during battles too. Where is Beano? Did they take the body out? I guess the body... Oh no, it does the same thing. Interesting. So it's focused on the demon. For some reason the body's like way back there. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and see what happens when I just do a basic attack. Oh, okay, it just... I can no longer attack. Okay, it's fucked. That's the only thing, is if you're trying to play the game, in between these, like, exploring the cutscenes of the camera, sometimes the game actually breaks. You're not able to, play it normally. In order to access certain scenes, I actually have to start a new game file and play through the game normally, because it seems like when I try to access certain things in the debug menu, it does cause problems sometimes if I try to access certain events that way and use the FreeCam or try and use the Unreal Engine unlocker. So for some of the stuff that I'm exploring, I need to actually play through the game. I do have different save files from when I've actually legit played the game. Like I did Vengeance route, the law route, and have like a cleared file from that, and then I have one where I'm going through creation, but I'm having to, for some of the stuff, I'm having to start like just a very easy difficulty, like on creation or Vengeance, just to access some of these and use the FreeCam on them. So let us check out the name entry here. I love how students are pretending to work so hard. I never noticed Tao was actually in this cutscene. Huh. Yeah, because you don't... I don't think you run into her where you have to go talk to the students. But she's here. I've never noticed her before. Is Yuzuru in here? I think it's just... Huh. So you guys actually share the same class. Isn't that interesting? We're gonna just go ahead and put in a random name here. Yes. Okay. Yeah, she's actually in front. I guess I never noticed it before. That is interesting.
Ah, それからもう一つ。最近物騒だから、必ず集団で寮まで帰るんだぞ。
Let's see what the students are up to out here.
ホームルーム終わるぞ。
ありがとうございました。
I like how it only shows, I guess because it only shows this scene. I guess depending on the way the camera is angled during this cutscene, but if you look outside of it, everyone else is sitting down. No one's standing up to bow. Tao, even you? How disrespectful. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm curious if the model stays here after I'm done when you go talk to the students, because I don't remember it being here. Yeah, so... yeah, I never noticed that Tao's there. And, of course, if you didn't pay attention to her being there in that cutscene, you wouldn't have known she was here because she's already gone. She's leaving to go home and walk with Miyazu. Actually, I'm gonna view the classroom. I might as well just take a look at the classrooms before I have to reload this again. I do find it interesting that they actually populated the classrooms. The classrooms that you don't even go into. You don't get to go into here. They even have a track. I posted a screenshot of this, but they have a basketball court and a track area. If you did, I'm guessing if you didn't look outside this window, you would not know this was here. Same with, like, they have a whole field here that is not used. You never see anyone out here. Let's see, is this, it's interesting looking at the classrooms. Is this one the same as the other one? Or did they actually make each classroom unique? So the next one here. No, they just changed the uniforms. Look at these two girls here are in the same spot in the next classroom. But it looks like they changed the uniforms. Look here. Yeah, they just changed, they did some uniform swaps on some of these to make it look a little different. Oh yeah, this is an interesting detail here that can really be easily missed. But the skull's emblem, which is like a gecko, it looks like an Onmyoji symbol. I forgot what the exact symbol was, what they said it was, but it's something that reminds me of an Onmyoji like protection seal. I can't remember, I could have sworn someone said it had something to do with Tsukuyomi, though, which would not surprise me. Him putting, like, having the symbol of the school be, like, a protection seal, seems on par with him. So I want to point out these paintings, that really stand out in the school. I pointed them out whenever I streamed this game before, at least for Vengeance, and I posted about them way back before Vengeance was, released, because these exist in the files, but there's 3 different paintings that exist in school, and each of them I almost feel relate to like an alignment ending, because this one has a broken road, like a chaotic broken road. There's another one that's just a forest. And another one that is just a road, like a light road, or a light version of the painting that I just looked at. Here's one of the paintings. Yeah, this one is just It's just mountains. There's no road or anything like that. So I'm not sure if this pertains to an alignment choice or not. Yeah, the roads make me think of alignment choices. This one is just forest and mountains. So this is where we meet Miyazu, Yuzuru, and Tao. Of course, their models are not there just yet. Now, normally Yuzuru ends up being behind the protagonist and grabbing him, so let me see if I can capture that. Let's see if his model just suddenly pops in and grabs him.
Yeah. 君は一人か?
Oh, where'd he go? Oh, I just noticed, that is funny. I don't know if I remember her standing like that before, but she's standing exactly like how she's depicted in her concept art. And I guess Yuzuru is it, not Yuzuru, Miyazu as well. Standing in the pose that they're depicted in their concept art. Alright, I'm gonna slow this down. We're gonna see just how much the protagonist appreciates being touched by other people. Very tense moment. You know how the demons in the haunt always say that he has like resting bitch face? He does have this face. He's very pretty, but he does have this face about him that's like, bitch, did you just touch me? You did not just touch me. We gotta do the intro to Yuzuru.
今集団下校が推奨されているだろ? よかったら僕らと帰らないか?
Gonna be an asshole. Let's see, can I do it with the camera? Hold on.
Joshi 女子が2人いるんだ。そう言わず付き合ってくれ。
あ、ゆずるくんたち、こっちこっち。
Sentimental bird, is that what that's? Oh.
こんにちは、先輩。
Okay, I'm gonna pause this real quick. I want to see what's on her backpack. Sentimental bird, 2003. Does Miyazu have anything special? Why does Tao get like the special decals on her backpack? Okay, so this is the final cutscene or event I'm gonna look at for this video for now. Let's check out the area first before I allow this to continue. So this is the event when you encounter Nama again and the protagonist fails to become the Nahobino. So I'm gonna let this play out just for a little bit while I put the camera behind him. Go. Let's do unpause. Okay. Let's see, where's our protagonist? Oh, he's here. Okay. Once again, I still feel weird. I noticed I brought this up before, but whenever you take the protagonist in certain areas of Tokyo where there's NPCs, he feels like he's a lot bigger than the models of the NPCs, whereas like when he's in Dot and then like with his peers, his friends at school, they're sized normally, but like it seems like the human NPCs are weirdly smaller than him, which I don't think that should be the case. Because he's not that tall. So let's pause again here. I actually look at this scene way back, but I didn't record me going through it with the FreeCam. Let me see. There was something I spied. Yeah. So weirdly enough, this isn't the case in like other scenes where I've taken the camera in, but there is a Nahobino model under here. Fortunately, I can't seem to get rid of that blur. There's no setting. The FreeCam thing I'm using, it does have like light settings. Let's see, this has post-processing settings, but there's nothing for getting rid of that blur, I don't think. Yeah, so I'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, there is a Nahobino under here. Also, I will show it later when it actually happens, but Aogami, you do get more of a view of Aogami if you look with the FreeCam, but you don't see much of him in the actual scene. So let's get a close-up look of people getting pulped here in Matsui. That's always nice. I'm gonna look up, oh yeah, look, people are, that's amazing. This is probably the same crowd that they used for, the beginning of the game when, oh, there's like people sticking out the window. Very interesting. When you're going into the station the first time and you come across like a murder and they have to like cover it up, so there's a bunch of people with cameras, like trying to take a video of it, but I did not realize, maybe I didn't notice before, that there's this crowd back here, taking video of Nama, like, pulping people. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Cry and flee! Scream for me!
Let's see, the other, no, the people, it's funny, the other, that is so funny that the people back there are not running away. Everyone else is running away. They're smart. Let's see, the protagonist is still standing here. I noticed that people in the background have disappeared now. Maybe you weren't meant to see them when they're back there. Okay, there's a protag. Okay, let me pause it here. We're to see the protag commit a fail in different views. Get a close-up on his face. Oh, I can't close up on him. I was gonna get a close-up on his face when he realized he did something stupid. Now, Aogami should be showing up here. I'm gonna see if he's in the back. Because he does start running. That face is so good. Oh, I can't get close up to it though. pause it here. Ah, where's no? Okay, here we go. Okay, gonna pause again. Because I think... Let me pause it here.
Young man.
There he is. Yeah, I think they just, for this scene, the actual scene, they only show his feet in that scene. Like, you only get this much to imply, oh yeah, Aogami's here. But they don't show the whole model running, which I wish they did. Because it's good. Seeing Aogami run is pretty funny. So let us watch him run towards the protagonist. He runs, holy shit, dude. You only get a little bit of him running. He just pops in there like really quick for that scene. Where is that Nahobino model that I just saw? There we go. Just pops in.
It's you!
We cannot allow her to do as she pleases. Come, she must be stopped.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to look at with this scene. It's just the fact that you get a better view of Aogami running. Like, this whole model shows up. Okay, so that'll be it for this video. I'm still trying to figure out what events later in the game that I actually want to look at with the FreeCam. But mostly just early Vigits stuff for now. Whatever I can find as I gradually go through stuff, I will release videos. So I hope you find something interesting while watching, and I appreciate it.